excited about it. It's going to be a long year, but I'm excited to see where our story's at the end of the year. You know, what we're talking about at the end of the year. I'd like to replay this, you know, at New Jersey, and let's just rerun this one again and see how they look.
Season being pretty good. We start testing in Texas. The test went really good. I started working with Logan and Evan for the first time this year. New bike, new rules, new tires, new everything was new. But I felt really good. I think I was fourth fastest on the test. And when we went to the race in Texas, we have some issues in qualifying. Didn't qualify where we want to, but I was looking forward for the race. Then the rain came. I was like really excited. I like to ride in the rain, but we have some issues with the bike, and I have to pull in to the pits in the first lap of the race. After that, we went to Atlanta in like more positive and a little bit more used to working with each other, with Logan and Evan. And Atlanta was a little bit weird about the weather because it was wet and then a little bit dry, and the condition went like really difficult for everybody, but I felt good every time I went out on the track. I qualified third. That was my first front row on this class. In race one, I did a couple of mistakes in the first 3 laps, trying to keep up with the front group, and that kept me a little behind from the podium. But either way, it felt good. Top 5, it was good. And in the rain, I did the exactly same thing. Got out of the line on the lead and did a couple mistakes, and took me a couple laps to start going fast again. But finished 4th, and I don't know where I'm at on the championship, but I'm just looking forward to try to go faster and better every time we get on the track.
Yeah, so far it's been a really difficult season for me. Texas was interesting. You know, the 2 days of testing was all in the dry, so we had quite a good dry setup, and get to the race, and the rain starts coming down, and it was interesting. It was my first ever race in the wet, so I was really nervous for that one, but got quite a good start and had a really good feeling, and you know, managed to kind of bridge the gap between me and the front guys, caught them just past JD for 4th, and then yeah, going up to turn 1, just got a bit ambitious and you know, a bit too confident, and I crashed. Good thing is I managed to pick it up, and I think I finished 15th in Texas. So good thing was Road Atlanta was the next week. Again, just having to learn the track in the wet. Had again quite a good feel in the wet, and then yeah, sun came out, track dried up for race 1. Pretty much the only dry time I had on the track, so I had to learn the track pretty much in the dry, and as the race went on, I started getting quicker and quicker, and I think I ended up P6, which was not bad, but front few guys were gone quite a ways up the road. Got to race 2 and rain came down again. Got a fairly bad start, and yeah, you know, Ben was up the road quite a ways, and I just thought, you know, I wanted to beat my teammates. So we had quite a good race. I managed to catch him, and we had quite a good battle, and managed to get him on the last lap, last corner, which was pretty cool, and ended up P6 again. So Road Atlanta was a difficult one. I was pretty happy with my results. Just wanted to be closer up to the front guys.
So far the season's been pretty good. First race weekend at Core was difficult. You know, we got caught out by the weather I guess at the end of the day. We rolled up to the grid and it was dry, and then I could smell the rain, and the rain came, and it was a wet one. So it was just, you just needed to finish the race kind of thing. You know, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of havoc happening during the race. Everyone was going for it. It was the first round of the year, so I managed to keep it in one piece and ended up P4, which is, I guess it's pretty good, but you know, with everything that happened in the race, it wasn't the best, but you know, happy with that. It's a good solid way to start the year for round 2 the weekend after in Atlanta. So we rolled on to Road Atlanta the weekend after, and again, same thing, just the weather was just a mixed weather all weekend. We had wet sessions all the way up to qualifying, and we had 5 minutes of dry time before the rain came in our first qualifying, and the scene was drizzling during the session. It started to come, and I had a moment through the chicane in qualifying, and Cameron was behind me. He had the same moment, and I says, okay, we're probably going to get one more lap in before it kind of goes, before it gets too wet, and come around the chicane the next lap, and there's Tomy, you know, sliding down, getting all dirty. So I thought, yeah, it's about time to pull it in. So we didn't get much dry time at Road Atlanta, but we had a quick 50-minute warm-up that I only managed to get half the session in before the race, before our dry race. So that was good, and you know, got a terrible start. Was last in the first corner and managed to crawl back to 8th. I had about an 8-second gap to 7th place and pulled it into, I think it was like 0.3 at the end, but just, you never know, maybe another lap could have gotten. But so P8 and the first race at Road Atlanta, and then race 2 was wet. I had a good 3-second gap to Cameron, and I just seen it getting closer and closer. I was like, he's coming. I didn't realize it was him until halfway through the race. You know, I started to see his pit board come out as well, and I seen those guys were jumping over the wall, screaming for him to get going, and I was trying my best, and it was just getting, every time I tried to push, we just had a lot of moments here and there, and you know, he passed me 2 laps to go, and then I managed to get him back, going down the back straight, and on the last lap, I guess he just timed it right going into the last corner, and there was nothing I could do for him, so he ended up pipping me for 6th and ended up 7th. So it's been an okay start to the year so far. Obviously, everyone's kind of struggled a bit just with the mixed conditions we've had, and hopefully this weekend it'll be really good.
No, we were not doing any blooper rolls.